Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight. So last session was an interesting one. It was 9 hours long, and it at least like 2-ish hours of it consisted of me fighting against the Gray Prince. So that was an interesting experience, but I got a lot done in that session. I got to see the Abyss and now have the ability to go through the black barrier things that have been all over the damn place. Seriously, it felt like I couldn't go 2 feet without running into one at certain points. Before I start, I want to get into some lore stuff that I was thinking about. And I was like, I did not remember that I'd be hearing Zote going on and on in the background while doing this. Well, alright, I gotta remember the buttons. Here, I'll head over here so we don't have to listen to that prick. Am I over here? No reason, it's just an area I know he won't hear his ass. So, right, I've been thinking since, last session where I saw the Abyss. And, that the Abyss definitely gives me a lot to think about. Right, because, like, what the hell is going on with that? Clearly it has something to do with our character's origin, because, Hornet was talking about all that. But I also didn't realize until I was editing that the message right outside it, talking about how the pure vessel has ascended, is that referring to us? Is that like what Hornet meant by like the tragedy of our creation or whatever it was she said? Because, if this abyss area and all the shadow stuff down there was all for the purpose of creating the night, then that makes sense as to why that would be a bit of a problem, because it doesn't seem like good things happened in that regard. I don't know what to make of the fact that there's just, a million, like, skulls down there. I don't know whether it's supposed to be skulls or shells or whatever our character's face is made of. I'm just gonna say skulls for simplicity. Bunch of skulls down there. Bunch of shades. Literally referred to as our siblings. And, yeah, again, it gives you a lot to think about. And I was thinking about, how in the, like, Hunter's Journal here, let's see, there is literally a Hunter Journal entry for the Shade, saying each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die, a stain on the world. I don't know how much longer this kingdom can bear the weight of so many past lives. First of all, this implies that he's seen, like, a Shade at some point, which is interesting. Second of all, why is the thing that he has to say about this that each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die? Because, like, the Shade specifically seems like a thing, specific to shadows, right? This is what we leave behind when we die, and this is what, our siblings leave behind when they die, question mark. Like, this could just be unrelated. Could just be the hunter, like, randomly musing about how, like the nature of death or what have you. But I can't help but think that, this and the, nature of, the abyss and everything like that, it makes me wonder if, Hornet, talking about, like, referring to us as a ghost might be more literal than I would have imagined. Like, it could totally just be like, oh, we're like a, shadow preacher thing. Like, that's why we're a ghost. It's just like we're not like as physically there as like a normal inhabitant of this world might be. It also makes me wonder if like this has something to do with like others dying, right? Like, does, an ordinary bug dying somehow result in a shade? Like, obviously one doesn't pop out immediately, otherwise we would have seen it. At the very least in fighting the mantis, because, you could make arguments for all the husks just being husks, but who knows. But, alright, I do have to wonder, like, if, you know, that big pit of, like, skulls or whatever has something to do with, you know, the whole kingdom basically dying. I don't know. I could just be making connections where there aren't any, but it's something I'm thinking about for sure. It's also worth noting that we're clearly not the only, you know, vessel out there. First of all, that one that, was stabbed near, you know, Hornet. Still don't know what that guy's deal is. I remember I was really expecting something to happen with the Dream Nail, but clearly not. We've also got the Broken Vessel, who, you know, is in the Ancient Basin. And I believe Zote is one of our kind, too. I wasn't sure if it was just like a Hornet situation where, you know, we're similar looking but different. But at the very least, the, you know, Dream Battle thing does seem to imply that Zote is like a shadow being because, you know, when you defeat him, the black particles go everywhere and then, like, his skull falls to the ground and emits those particles. You know, essentially just like our own character. So unless that's just like dream nonsense and like, oh, it's not actually true, you know, what's her face just thinks it's true or something like that. You know, assuming that that's not like some bullshit like that, you know, Zod is clearly another one of our kind. And of course, the Broken Vessel proves that, you know, our kind is not limited to the Abyss. I do wonder what the deal with the others is. It's weird, like, when you use the Dream Nail on, like, a Shade or, you know, what have you, it seems like, you know, they just die instantly. So, like, the Shade is obliterated by the Dream Nail, but clearly our kind is not, like, hurt by the Dream Nail or, like, resistant to it or anything like that because, you know, we can use it on Zote, and we can use it on the Broken Vessel. Hell, we go into the Broken Vessel's dreams. We go into the dreams of literally one of our own kind, the Lost Kin. And of course, their, like, sort of dream ghost appears above their body, like, once we've beaten them. So, like, clearly shadows are capable of dreaming, it would seem. But shades are not? Again, it makes me wonder about the nature of existence in this universe, because, you know, clearly the shade isn't us. It's part of us, but it's also not like us entirely because, you know, it seems like our conscious mind, you know, follows our quote-unquote body, you know, just reappearing at whatever bench. You know, we don't, like, suddenly control the shade and the night at the same time. So again, clearly the shade does not represent the mind of, you know, one of our kind because, you know, they do not seem capable of thought. They just seem to be made of instinct. I don't know, the stuff with Ghost I was talking about earlier could just be, like, nonsense because, you know, here the hunter seems to imply that, the shadows were, like, from an older kingdom from, like, long ago or something like that. I don't know. But still, all this can't, after thinking about all this, I can't, like, get the idea out of my head that it's possible that we could be the reincarnation of something or someone. I'm not going to make any specific guesses because it would literally just be like pulling a name for it from a hat and like guessing. But I don't know. It does bring the question of whether we existed prior to, you know, us ascending. If we are the pure vessel that the thing refers to or not. Hell, the pure vessel could be like the Hollow Knight. You know, I would not be at all surprised if the Hollow Knight is one of our kind because, I mean, just look at them. Well, they're not on screen right now, but you've seen what they look like. You know what they look like. And Hornet did mention that she was similar to us. She does lack the sort of crucial emptiness, as she calls it, and, you know, again, I have no idea what that means, but there is some similarity, somehow. Though she's vague enough about it to where I have no idea what to make of that, so nothing I can really speculate on at the moment. Well, I guess this explains the thing about us seeing beyond the kingdom's bounds because, you know, the abyss. I'm also wondering about the king of Hollow Nest because, you know, it's got like the four spikes thing, and there was that area that we got the mark, and it seemed like that area had like similar looking spikes. It also seemed to be like it seemed to be like in the shape of a worm, right? But also when we talked to God, what's his fucking name? I have it written down here. Bardoon, the really long guy who's not a worm but is clearly long. He said a lot of cryptic stuff, you know, when like I was talking to him, but I didn't pick up on any of it at the time. But I definitely get the impression from him that the king of Hellenest is, or was, a worm. You know, he says stuff like, you know, this failed kingdom is a product of the being spawned from that event. And, of course, I already had the, like, king's mark by that point. And he called it that the mark of worm you bear. Very curious. So I wondering if like the king like was a worm and like transformed into something else because, you know, Bardoon said, but what is death for that ancient being? More transformation, methinks. So again, I don't have like you know, all the details, but clearly it seems like that there's a lot more of the story unraveling at this point. Anyway, that's enough of my lore rambling, purely because I don't have much else that I'm speculating on at the moment. I literally had to make a note in my notes file to talk about the lore right now, because I knew otherwise I would put it off like I did last session. But now I've talked about everything I've been thinking about. Let's see. A lot to do, a lot of places I could go. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to do is I want to go back to the Abyss, actually. And the reason for that is I realized that I didn't get the Hunter's Journal. Oh, I was so confused, but that's just the Dreamgate. I you know, realized I never got the journal entry for the you know, siblings. And I don't get the impression that they'll appear anywhere else. So I probably want to go and unlock that while I can, especially since I'm, like, very curious about the lore stuff at the moment. Palace Grounds is an interesting place, honestly. Like, you know, clearly there was a palace there. Clearly it's seen better days. And I remember the, like, dream plant thing, I think it was, that talking about, you know, king below, servants above, or something like that. Like, the king didn't actually live in the, you know, in the, City of Tears. Clearly clearly he lived in, like, the palace grounds, presumably, which is very out of the way, all things considered. Which is odd, isn't it? I'm sure I would have gotten the journal entry for these things if I'd killed all of them in, like, the lighthouse room, but I despawned all of them by going into the lighthouse, which is pretty funny. Anyway, let's see. Far down below us, beneath the kingdom, the air grows stiller and a sense of emptiness pervades. Can life flourish down there? If so, I will hunt it. Fascinating. Well, not as significant to the lore as I was thinking, but, you know, it sure is a thing. I also realized that, in editing, that there were the, like, tendrils here, and so I probably wouldn't have been able to go this way without turning on the lighthouse, which is what the point of that was. But because I dismissed it so quickly, like, oh, I don't want to look at that at the moment, I want to go up here first, and I'll check out the area down here at a later point, you know, I totally forgot what was even down there. Also, I was so distracted when I was in, like, this lighthouse area that I didn't even notice this guy on the ground here. I was talking to Peter about, my most recent session, And, you know, he was talking about, like, the Dreamnail dialogue this guy has, and I'm like, this doesn't sound familiar. Did I even see it? Turns out, no, I didn't see it. Of course, I know what it is now because, you know, I was told about it, but might as well show it off anyway. Turn it off? Cannot. My king, I'm sorry. The sea calls. Which is kind of disturbing because imagine being, like, all on your own in, like, a lighthouse here with, like, the shadows outside. And, you know, they shadows are just outside your room, and you can't do anything about it. You're safe in here, but you have to stay in this room to be safe. No doubt you're gonna go a little bit crazy from being in here. What was the button for Dreamgate again? Was it I think it was up, right? Not gonna climb all the way back to the top. That's crazy. Oh yeah, one thing I was thinking about is, you know, I think that I can actually access the, like, flames at this point. Because I've explored a lot more areas. Yeah, one's in the resting grounds there, and one's on the Kingdom's Edge. Yeah, I might do that a little bit. And maybe after that I'll, check out the Bog Canyon like I was planning. Surprise, I'm all the way back up here now. Here we go. Hopefully I should do better against this guy than, you know, my first attempt. That pattern is a bit difficult, but, gonna try to be more prepared for that one. Yeah, there we go. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it, I underestimated the spread. Ha! Ah, damn it, I didn't get the full heal in. I was trying to be quick about it, but I think I might have been too used to the, quick focus one. I think the timing for that. Okay, that was actually relatively easy. Alright, I believe just going down from here, will get me to where I want. Yeah, that... I could just... Ah, damn it. Did I miss such a hitbox? There we go, that's how you deal with them. What the? I thought... Yeah, holding down the button heals, usually. Weird. I don't know why it shot out the projectile when I was trying to heal. Odd. Wee. Okay, I overshot it by a bit, but it was funny, watching all those, things, like, go. Or, like, make the noise. Oh, would that have been a dark area if I didn't have the lantern? I tried to press the dash, I was just a bit too late. Oh wait, that does damage to enemies? I actually didn't know that. Alright, here we are again. At least I know what the falling corpses are now. Ow. Oh my god, there's one of these here? Never saw this. Well, they're all up from here, it looks like. As, of course they would be. Oh, I never saw this. I'm no doubt gonna miss a lot of these. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn it. I fucking hate this ranged enemy so much. So annoying. Looks like I got the entry for it. Here you go. These Skrull foes will ambush you and relentlessly attack with their searing venom. How strange that their descendants are so weak. If I have children, I hope they'll be stronger than me. Well, I'm at the top of the room now. Got to, figure out where... Oh, God. Figure out where all the rest of these are. I was hoping that would be the last of them. Oh, God, I didn't even see that. Well, I got all the ones I could find up there. Here's what I'll do. I'll go into the side room here. Oh. Tower of Love. A locked, padded door. I see. What? What do you mean there's no, like, thing for it? It was in a glass container. What? What is this place? A lot of these glass containers. Oh, this leads to, you know, a new area. Now, let me finish exploring that room, and then I'll explore finishing this new room. And then I'll head back and try to get the rest of the essence from, that one place. Yeah, there's just nothing around here, right? Yeah, okay. Nothing else here. A lot more of these containers. I guess that might be where the containers are coming from? Well, they saw these immediately. How much do I trust it? Okay, I could trust it a lot. Have I tried using the Dream Nail on one of them? I don't think I have, actually. Oh, God. I don't know why I thought that'd be a good idea. I tried not jumping very high so that they wouldn't hit it. But that ended up happening anyway. Oh! Oh, this is the King Station. Oh, there's a secret path here. I didn't even realize. Man, I really should have checked. Kinda silly of me not to. It seems to lead to the, other way. But I think I remember there being like a sort of divide between the, two areas of Kingdom's Edge. Like, you have to go to the right to be able to go back up. Something like that, I remember. Alright, here's the reason that, I went into a side room real quick. Oh, thing here. Well, unfortunately, you've respawned. Where is the thing again? Further down? Okay, yeah, it was. Did I use thing on you? Okay, no, the falling ones don't have any for that. There's 2 left, and they're over here. Okay. Here we go. Sacred Grave, Ashen Ground, Kingdom's Birth. Well, that just says a lot of stuff that we already figured out. Alright, then I suppose I'll just go grab that flame. Oh wow, Cornifer's still here? I wasn't actually expecting that. Oh yeah, when Cornifer said that, you know, the city's folks seemed hesitant to build further into these caverns, I didn't realize what he was talking about, but he is literally just talking about the fact that this wall over here is, like, literally the edge of the kingdom, and, you know, clearly it's seemingly unfinished, but, like, they seem to just be like, okay, this is far enough, we can stop here. Right, it's just like a sudden drop-off. And there's also where some of the Royal Waterways water leads. Ah, here we go. Ah, I tried to do a short jump. Didn't work out. I think Cornifer's just continuing to sing. Ha. Ah, damn it. Ah, I couldn't jump while swinging. I misjudged where that was gonna go. Ha. Easy. And there we go. That's all of the flame. Well, you know, I was going to use the Dream Gate to get back, but now that I know that the, you know, ping station is just right here, I might as well use that instead.